Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for your patience. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot. I am both a Western and Vedic astrology reader, as well as a Tarot and Oracle card reader. And today we're doing something a little different. First, I want to apologize for the coming on late. This happened yesterday. I've already put in a few complaints with StreamYard. Apparently, they're having issues with high traffic and it's booting some of the channels off or not starting them at all. So thank you so much for your patience for the last couple of shows. I am working on that. But just to let you all know, I am doing an unboxing today. It is with the Crystal Spirit Talking Board, as you could see in the introduction. It is created by artist Amy Zerner and author and artist Monte Farber, and they are an incredible spirit team, husband and wife of decades. I think they were married in the 1970s, and they've been together longer than most of us have been alive. So I am just so excited to share their work with you guys. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a fangirl. You can see all of there's some stuff behind me. There's more stuff above there and down here too. I even have some of their vintage decks. So I will tell you that I am a little unbiased, or biased, I should say, when it comes to their stuff, because I think that they're an incredible team and just amazing people. So let's just go ahead and get started with this unboxing. And let me go ahead and put the comments on. My computer's down here, so if you see me turning, it's because I'm looking at you guys. Okay, so choosing joy. Okay, all right, good to see you, Willow Love. Choosing joy, that's such a great name for you. That's wonderful. And then Nick Dark, welcome from Twitch. And I see Viviani has joined us, so welcome, Viviani. And so, yeah, I'm excited to unwrap the Crystal Spirit Talking Board and see what it has to offer us. So here we go. Let me get my handy dandy tool out here. Okay. It's a true unboxing, guys. And let me know if you're having any problems hearing me, as I'm using a different microphone. This is a very sharp knife. Okay. I'm using a different microphone for the show today because we have a different setup so you guys can see the talking board. Okay, so let's get the wrapping off. Okay. Well, here it is. There's the board. You guys can see it. Let's go ahead and open it. All right. I don't usually have this set up when I do things, but I really wanted you guys to see what it looked like and get a good idea of what you're looking at for the purchase. Okay, it looks like it comes with a booklet on top here. Nice little booklet. We'll be getting into that. Oh, and then it's got this little guide here. We'll learn what all the parts are when we look in the book. Okay. All right, so here's that. And then we have the board, and it looks like it's very travel friendly because you can fold it up. Ooh, lots of color in this too. Wow. Okay, well, let me put it out so you guys can see it in the center here. Yeah, it's not just a piece of fabric, you guys. It's gonna stick. That's good. Lots of colors, lots of crystals. And then you have a little plaquette here. And then we have the book. Very nice. So I actually am going to put some crystals on this because it's a Crystal Spirit Talking Board. So let's see if I've got a few that we can put down before we open up the book and get this started. I'm excited for this. Okay. So what I first noticed was that there's east, north, south, and west. So she has all the directions here on the board. There it looks like to be some quartz crystals on the side. Beware, aware, positive, negative. And then she's got northwest, southeast, southwest, northeast. So we've got all of the directions. We've got some crystals on the outside. We move in even more and we've got some words like prosperity, protection, affirm, balance, recharge. And then on the outside here, we have the crystals. So let's see how many of these crystals. Oh, agate. Okay, I actually have a crazy lace agate here that I can put there. Let's see. I've got some turquoise here. Put that on the turquoise. Let's see. We got lapis, carnelian. Let's see. Obsidian, citrine. Okay. Oh, clear quartz. I got that here. Clear quartz. Oh, rose quartz. I think I have a pyramid in here. There. Yep. Rose quartz. Oh, amber. Yep. I do have lots of amber. Amber is one of my favorites. Let's see. Oh, I do have jade. I have a little piece of jade in here we can use over here. Oh, amethyst. Got my little amethyst there. And okay. So I've got almost all of them. That's neat. I don't have hematite on me, but that's I'll just put a piece of selenite there. Okay. So this is the crystal spirit talking board. I managed to put the crystals out. I named them all. It looks like amber, obsidian, turquoise, citrine, lapis, rose quartz, carnelian, hematite, garnet, malachite, opal, amethyst, agate, jade, clear quartz, and amber. So we've got quite a number of stones here. I love the turquoise too. That's one of my favorites. If you guys can't tell, and I love coral as well. So then it looks like on the inside we have all of the we have the alphabet. And then we have moon cycles, and then we have numerology, and it looks like a Metatron, symbol of Metatron there. And so I'm going to go ahead and whip out the book so we can see how this works. And let me know if any of you are having trouble hearing me. Oh, hi, Jackie. It's good to see you, honey. If I'm looking over here, it's because my computer's down here, guys. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm just doing an unboxing here. I'm just going to, oh, Lisa's here. Good to see you from New Jersey. And Jen Bowles, good to see you too, honey. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, everyone, for joining the unboxing. This is a lot of fun. Yeah, let me know if my sound is okay. All right, so let's go ahead and open the fabulous book. I always love it when any of the tools come with a book. It's one of my favorite things. Okay, so this is this Crystal Spirit Talking Board, a spiritual power tool for light workers. These gems have life in them. Their colors speak, say what words fail of. You know, when I was first asking my husband how he interacted with stones, various gemstones, he would hold it in his hand and close his eyes, and he would just allow the stone to tell him its story. Because actually stones, according to a lot of Indian gurus, also have genders, they have personalities, and they're ancient. And so it's almost as if you're talking to a being that has been here since the beginning of time, and they all carry their own energy. So I love that they put this together. I think that's great. So let's look at the different chapters that they offer. They have an introduction. What is a crystal? They have a wonderful chapter on 20th century shaman and crystal healers. They have what is a healing crystal, spirit boards, how to use the message indicator. Okay, that's what that's called. Note for beginners, ending a session, where do the answers come from? Touring the board, a wheel of words, that's this, I believe, that the words here. A wheel of crystals, that's here. A wheel of letters, that's here. A wheel of the moon, these are the various cycles of the moon. That's really important to Vedic astrologers in choosing timing. We really look at the moon. Use your board. You can use the board as a crystal grid. Well, I just did that without even reading that. So I'm already like finding ways to play with this. You can list other crystals or use them for intentional grids. And you can make your own crystal medicine wheels. Now that's cool. And they even have a troubleshooting section because they're Monte and Amy. They're backing us up. Okay. So we'll be here forever if I go through the whole book, but I do want to give you guys a good example of what they have here. So they have what is a crystal. You can see that there's a whole bunch of information here that you guys can refer to. And it says the earth is literally covered in crystals. The word crystal comes from the Greek word krystallos, a derivative of the Greek word for frozen. Crystallos was the word that the Greeks used to describe both clear water, ice, and rock crystal, especially clear quartz, a type of crystal most people think of when they hear the word. One of the beautiful things about clear quartz is a lot of people who work with gems and crystals say that you can literally program their energy to become any crystal. So they're very powerful, and they're used in computing. They're used in all sorts of various things that we use for technology today. So they're very powerful. Okay, to the average person, the term crystal refers to an expensive glassware, salt and sugar, a cut and polished gemstone. A smaller percentage of people know about the relationships with crystals and the New Age movement, or large crystals and clusters, each one born of and taken from a geode, many of which sit on coffee tables and office desks as beautiful and colorful decorations. Well, they're there for energy too, because my divorce attorney, when I was getting a divorce about 10 years ago, he had a giant amethyst in his office with a Buddha sitting in front of it. And I would go over and just be like, oh, the anxiety, man. It just took all of it from us. It was fabulous. So yeah, I love this. Okay, so that's a little bit about what is a crystal. And then they go into how scientists have used crystal throughout time. One of the greatest human shamans of the 20th century is on par with Albert Einstein. It's a man by the name of Marcel Vogel. He was an American senior scientist with IBM for 27 years and the pioneering inventor and patent holder for numerous world-changing devices, including liquid crystal displays, LCDs and computers, flat-screen TVs, and all kinds of electronic displays. The magnetic coating enables your computer's hard drive to store information. Dago plates, and black lights, and many inventions came out of this practical use. So he goes into how it's being used in technology today, which is pretty cool. And then they go into what a healing crystal is. So they said Vogel was a scientist who was deeply religious, a phenomenon that is more common than you might think. Yeah, because scientists, the intellect only goes so far. So I know a lot of just incredibly intelligent geniuses in our community that basically invented ways that yeah. And they're very much into spirituality because you can go only so far with the intellect and the intuition kicks in. So I love seeing that. And this is a quote from Marcel Vogel. The crystal is an assemblage of molecules that form a unit cell, a consciousness, a soul. It takes your program and draws to itself the replication of its image. Oh, that's an interesting quote. So he goes into what a healing crystal is. Let's see. When he discovered for himself that the energies of the mind could affect matter, he then went into the serious scientific research. Here in brief are a few of his fundamental discoveries regarding the thought energies of mind and crystals, which he called telephones to God. How cool is that? Okay, so here are the quotes, the little bullets he has. That our intentions can be projected regardless of time and space. Well, we know that through our astrology readings. Quartz crystals can amplify, store, and transfer these energies of thought. The inhaling and exhaling of breath is connected to receiving and transmitting of thought and information. I do a lot of breath work. I can attest to that. Breath, when exhaled through the nostrils in a rapid burst, has the highest degree of projecting thought. That's called Vastrika in yogic science. So I'm on board with that. And the structuring by thought into crystal can be transferred into water by spinning the water around the crystal in a right-hand spiral tube of 7 turns, leaving the water structured with that thought pattern and programmed within the crystal. Well, that's something you guys can try at home. Obviously, don't use things like selenite because they're not water soluble. So you'll want to look at things, they are water soluble. You'll want to look at something that isn't going to poison you or disintegrate in the water, okay? We are patterned after that which has created us, and therefore we create. Everything hinges around suggestion as we believe we create. So they put a lot of philosophy and energy into this board, which they do to all their pieces. So I appreciate that. Then they go into an explanation of spirit boards. I thought this was interesting. It says that Pythagoras used one, and he was a Greek mathematician, and he used a talking board as his own invention to receive some of his original mathematical theorems. If you guys ever took algebra, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, that's the Pythagorean theorem. That's what he's famous for. I had a beta fish named Pythagoras when I was a kid, so I love that. Okay, so how to use the message indicator. This was what I was worrying. This is what I was wondering about. So the board must sit perfectly flat, good, on whatever surface you place on it. It won't work well if the surface is too soft or it allows an uneven move up or down. Looking pretty good. Wipe off the board with a soft, clean cloth that is free of lint and sit on a floor or at a table. Well, here we are. If 2 or more people are involved, sit around the board facing each other. One person can be designated to be the note taker, or you can take turns. If you're using the board alone, you can stop and record the messages if you receive them. If using the board yourself, rest the fingertips of both hands lightly on the crystal message indicator. The spirit message indicator should start out in the center of the board. You will be reviewing your answers through the window in the center of the indicator, and you will notice that one side of the indicator has a point. There it is. This is the other way to use it, is it points to the various crystals, moon phases, letters, or numbers. Those are these wheels here, as well as hover directly over it. If 2 or more people are participating, each person can place 1 or 2 fingers or their hands lightly on the outer edge of the indicator. The other hand may be placed on the edge of the board to create stability and a comfortable energy flow. Before beginning, make sure that all those who are going to have their fingers on the spirit message indicator and are sitting in such a way that their arms are able to reach the corner of the board without straining either their arms or back. It is your soul self that enables you to contact other levels of reality. We are all made up of more than just our physical body. The crystal spirit talking board is a spiritual power tool that facilitates receiving the vibrations through the fingertips of symbols, words, and messages received from the higher self through the mind of the seeker. Always remember that you and nothing else are the source of the board's power. Before you embark on a session, it is important to prepare yourself. Make sure your intentions for this session are clear. Write down some basic questions to guide you to clarify your intention, and then do the following ritual to make sure your session is enjoyable and productive. So the first thing they say is position it correctly. Everyone's situated comfortably. Before you begin your question, prepare the main questions you'd like to ask. Let's see. Yes or no ones are usually the most simple. Always say a prayer or perform a ritual prior to your session to dispel any negative energy in or around you. My husband and I have a mantra practice that we do daily in the evening and in the morning. So we've done that already. And yeah, Shiva's with us today, so that's good. If you're thinking of using the spirit board by yourself, then place both of your index fingers gently on the spirit message indicator. If there's 2 people, they should use the index finger of one hand and do not press hard. A light touch works best. And then you can start your session by answering yes or no questions. You can then ask for a message from spirit. If you're not sure about the meaning of your answer, ask yes or no as a confirmation. And you must always properly close your session with the spirit board. Rather than just removing your hands from the spirit message indicator, say aloud to yourself, blessed be, goodbye, and thank you. So here's a crystal protection prayer that they offer. To all there is, wondrous wise, powers of water, earth, fire, and skies. Light and love, please join me here to sweep this space all safe and clear. Away with darkness, in with light. Bring me to guidance to do what is right, to be attuned and not make mistakes. Help me to see the path that I take. And then they have a breathing grounding ritual, which is excellent. And then they go into some sample questions that you can do for the spirit board. And then if there aren't any movements to the crystal spirit message indicator, they said, be patient, don't worry. The indicator will move for you as it has for millions of other people. You just have to give it time. What makes the indicator move is mysterious forces play part in the indicator's movements. Dowsing, also called radiesthesia, is the use of a pendulum or pair of dowsing rods, and it uses an instrument to detect directions or yes or no answers. Well, I do have pendulums, so let's see. And I haven't, you saw, I just opened this board. I haven't blessed it yet, so we might not be doing something with the indicator, but I did bring my pendulums that I've worked with, and I have my crystals. So if it doesn't move, we can go ahead and use some of those. And then we have a note for beginners, ending a session, where the answers come from. They have a great thing about touring the board, the wheel of words and how to use those, the wheel of crystals. And it looks like they offer you the meaning of all of the crystals. So when you hit a word or you hit a crystal, the meaning is in the book. So it's a lot like getting a tarot manual along with your cards, which I really appreciate. And then they go into the wheel of the moon and what all of those mean. So they have all of the definitions in the book. I love that. Thank you, Amy and Monte. And so then they go into the wheel of numbers, and they go into all the using your board as a crystal grid. They have a list of other crystals that you can use for the intention grid. So if you don't have the exact crystals here, they have the alternates that are very similar to the ones that are on the board. And making your own crystal medicine wheel. Now that's really cool. And they go into Black Elk's awe-inspiring shamanic understanding of the center being everywhere is one, that the modern quantum physicists are only now beginning to understand. This concept is incorporated into Native American medicine wheels and is representation of all nature. It is the wheel of protection and is the circle that acts as a mirror since it represents the outward expression of our inner life, a microcosm of the macrocosm. And so he goes into stone medicine and medicine wheel color and stone symbolism. They go into the directions, north, northeast, east, southeast, and south, and what those meanings are. And then they have a great thing on how to troubleshoot, including if it does not move for me when I use it with a partner, or if it does not move for me when I use it by myself. I have a feeling that this is new for me, and it's probably not going to move, so I'm going to read this ahead of time. Some people can use the crystal spirit talking board by themselves the first time they take it out of a box, but only a small percentage of people seem unable to use it by themselves. All we can say is if you really want to be able to do it by yourself, you could just keep trying. The best way we know is to keep doing it with a partner. The better you get at doing it with others, the better of your chances of doing it yourself. Also read the following advice for the crystal spirit talking board with a partner because it contains information that will solve your problem. So being careful, like what kind of questions you're asking. Yeah, basically just a few things if it doesn't move, and they provide a lot of things with that. Oh, they also have troubleshooting, receiving information that's disturbing. So, and they go into don't be afraid to feel afraid, things like that. And then they have a little about the authors at the end. So there's a lot in this book. There's a lot on this board. It can be used for a variety of modalities. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a shot. I'm just going to let you guys know, never done this before, just opened it out of the package. We'll see. I do have pendulums that I can take out that I'm very used to, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. I did do my mantras. Yeah, I don't feel it moving. Oh, it is moving a little bit. Okay, I'm not just completely. Okay. It looks like it's around 1 or 2. Again, this is my first time using it, guys, but the fact that it moved at all, like, just to be honest with you, it shocks me a little bit. I actually had a backup pendulum in case it didn't work because I saw the front of the box. So let's go ahead and look at 1 and 2 in the numerology. I basically asked how this could be used by all of you in the audience. That was my question, because this is a true unboxing, and I want to make sure you guys are getting something that you think that is really great for your practice. So let's see, that's the Wheel of Words, the Wheel of Crystals. I know 1 represents starting something, getting into, but I want to see what they say. Okay. The Wheel of Numbers. Okay, it can indicate the number of a house, apartment, a zip code, telephone, many more things in the modern world. Well, I got that it can be used by 1 to 2 people. Let's see. I know number 1 for me is the first. Of course, I go to the first house. I go to, the representation of doing things like the pioneer, like the Martian pioneer. But yeah, I think the 1 and the 2 might represent It could be used by 1 or 2 people. That's what I got from it. So it might be easier for you to start with a partner, like they said, in their troubleshooting area before trying to do it by yourself for most people. So maybe starting off with someone to help you with that. I'm also going to grab a pendulum just to see how it works with this. I'll do rose quartz, and I'll ask a question that I already know the answer to test it. So I'm going to move the indicator over here. I'm going to try it with a pendulum. Another thing you guys can use that just came to me is dice. So that could be another one, especially if you have like spiritual dice. So I'm going to go ahead and do my pendulum. And I'm going to say, let's see. I already know the answer to this one, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes. Okay, it's moving closest to the word affirm. So yes, my husband is in love with me. Knew the answer to that one. So, and then let's ask, what's the most positive way someone in the audience can use the board? Hi, Heather. Good to see you. I'm looking down here because I can't really see you guys from up here. Got a pop-up coming here. One sec. Hi, Heather. Good to see you, sweetie. Oh, good to see you, Jeff. Good to see you, Hilda. Welcome, welcome. I'm down here looking at you. Oh, thank you for saying hi to Jonathan and Rosie, Heather. You're so sweet. And then Michelle, you can also do an experiment by using the pendulum on the spirit board to see how it reacts. Yes, that's what I'm doing now. Nick, I didn't even see your comment. You must be psychic. Okay. So let's go ahead and how about someone asks a question in the chat? That would be fun. Why don't you guys ask a question and I can either use my rose quartz pendulum or I can use my, depending on the question, my red agate one that I use for more grounding questions. So go ahead and ask a question. First, I'll just pick the first one that kind of fits. And we can play. It's fun. Because I think I got the 2 because I shouldn't be doing this by myself. I think it's more fun with you guys. So this does feel like, how do I say, like it would be really good to have with a group of people. That's what I feel like. And then once you kind of get to know it and are able to feel the energy on a with more variety, I think it could be used solo. So I think it's best to start with more than 2 people and then try to use it on your own. That's just my opinion. You can use this any way you want. That's just how I would do it. So, okay. Will we get a new place this year? Okay, you got it. Hey, Kaylee. Ooh, you can also move it around the board as if it were a planchette. Thank you, Nick. How great are you? Okay, so what will we get a new place this year? Let's see. Okay, this is a very grounding question, so I'm going to use my magnet. I'm using crystals on the crystal board. Nick, I'm going to go ahead and take your suggestion because I'm not used to this quite yet. Spirit basically told me to do it with somebody else until I get the hang of it. I'm just being honest with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for Heather. Will we get a new place this year? I'm going to start in the center, and then I'm going to move in the direction that I see the pendulum going. Okay, I'm getting 0, waning moon, opal, A and B. This is the area that I'm seeing for you, and it's northwest. So this gives us a lot of information from the center. We've got the 0, we've got the waning moon, we've got the opal, and we've got the northwest. Now, I did get the negative thing over here, but let's go ahead and read what the book says about these things, and we'll see if it resonates. It's a real unboxing, guys. This is brand new for me. Okay, so this would be the waning moon. All right, Miss Heather. All right, now is the time to surrender to whatever has happened that is out of our control. We should practice self-care at this time ahead of preparing for the next cycle. It represents letting go, clearing away, cleansing, releasing, shedding old patterns, undoing bindings, opening up, and making space. So that is the message for will we get a new place this year. I'm also going to look up opal for you because I am drawn to that as well to see what they said about the opal. Okay, Heather? The opal owes its fiery beauty to the refractions of tiny imperfections and water trapped within the crystalline cells. The dance of color in opal is a result of light being radiated by microscopic silica spheres. Watching the colors flash when luminous sparkles flicker within an opal gemstone leaves you with little doubt that this is a beautiful and powerful crystal. Doesn't that sound like Heather? The opal may bring you enlightenment, integrity, or even the fires of romance. It enhances emotions and amplifies your personal traits. Opals can assist you with almost any aspect of your life. I need opals, such as joy, love, or success. Let your opal fire up your heart's desire and make your wishes come true. Opals help magnetize opportunities for good things to happen in new, exciting ways. Use the opal to call in good luck and good fortune to initiate in yourself what lightworkers call prosperity consciousness, a feeling that you have all you need to get what you want and to encourage new ideas. Well, you're looking for a new place and you need a little prosperity to get there. So it sounds like the opal is just stone for you. Opal acts as a magnet by helping illuminate your interests and ability to see great possibilities. It encourages you to dance your life by amplifying your emotions and heightening your experience. So opals may attract you when a time of good luck or fortune is near. If you refrain from criticizing, unless you have a plan to improve your situation, you may enjoy new degrees of pleasure in romance. Ruffled feathers can be smoothed. If you wish you could express yourself more artistically, how perfect is that for Heather? You can choose an opal for its ability to help balance the logical, practical, and intuitive or visionary sides of your beautiful brain. I love that. So here's the message. It magnifies your thoughts and feelings. It promotes intuitive abilities. And in ancient times, the opal was thought to be a very powerful healing stone and was believed to open up the senses of the third eye. The opal is a doorway to your spiritual awareness. What I got from that is opals sound like a very heart space healing stone, and they're next to truth and love here on the words. So I have a feeling a move is going to improve your relationship with the hubs. So I think that a move would be good for both of you and it would improve your heart space, but you have to get out of what's called, what I struggle with too, that poverty mindset and try to think a little bit more like the opal. So I don't know if that was helpful. You can let me know. Hi, Joyful Jen. Okay. Hi, Beth. I'm down here because that's where the computer is and I'm doing an unboxing of the Crystal Spirit talking board. I'll go ahead and put a banner up so everyone knows who's coming in, what's going on. Okay. There we go. I will take readings regarding the board, but I'm not doing personal readings with my cards, just to let everybody know. Okay. So, so what did you guys think of that? You're welcome, honey. So if you guys have another question, I've got my pendulums. I've got one for relationship. I got one for more like, career grounding types of energies, just so you guys can get an idea of how it works. Another thing I would do is use dice. I don't have any on me right now, but now that I'm looking at it, I would use dice and then I would use the numbers or the letters to figure out what direction to basically line up and then read from the book in. That's just my initial. And again, I didn't read through the whole book. I'm probably going to spend a little more time with this and play around. But my initial thought, just for my personal practice, is I would have to do this with another person to start with, which I'm doing with you guys right now, to try to find a little more direction as to how I can incorporate it. So, okay. Ooh, I like that. Is my new guide a gatekeeper? Okay, so, oh, Beth, I like this, Michelle Marie. I could definitely see you doing this on the regular. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, I started off the thing and It moved a little bit and it went between 1 and 2, and I was shocked that it moved at all. I'm just being honest with you guys because I've never done this before with this, okay? This is brand new. I haven't even blessed it yet. So I'm going to put this off to the side and use pendulums that I have used, but I think it can be used if I had another person with me. So, but it's really good. Actually, it has some weight, you guys. This isn't cheap. This is actually, you can tell it's got, and this has too, like it can fold up, but it's not going to bend. It's not going to wrinkle. I like that it's really sturdy. So that's just my initial reaction to this. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at Kaylee's question. Is my new guide a gatekeeper? I'm going to use the agate again because I feel that's a very grounding, boundary-based question. And thank you for your suggestion, Nick, to use a pendulum. It's moving this way. What? Really likes the number 3. So it looks like 3 clear quartz, an eye, and waxing moon. This is just how I'm using it. I got a maybe. I got clear quartz. Clear quartz is a good one, Kaylee. And I got 3 in waxing moon. So let me read these to find out a little bit more about this gatekeeping guide. I'm really excited about this. Oh, I love it when we get new guides. Okay. All right. So the number 3 is associated in Vedic numerology with Jupiter. So that's very good. It is in the tarot. It is, if you look at the 3 of Wands, it's your ships coming in. It's business opportunities. So that could possibly be something that this guide can point toward. The 3 of Swords is betrayal. So he can warn you of betrayal. That sounds like a gatekeeper to me. The 3 of Cups is celebration and picking your tribe. That's very important because it's good to have what we call satsang in Vedic astrology and in Vedic philosophy. Satsang means good company so that we can develop into our higher selves with similar energies. The 3 of Pentacles is all about construction, working together, starting new projects. And then we've got the World card, that's 21, which adds up to 3. So the world is your oyster. We've got the Hanged Man, so developing a new perspective on things. So that's something else your guide could help you with. And then we have the Empress. Who doesn't love getting the Empress in a reading? Because that's our divine creativity, new projects. And the Empress is the perfect card for you because you've got that Saraswati yoga in your chart. So I love, just without even looking at the book, the number 3 for you, Kaylee, because I think it really does highlight your energy beautifully. But let's go ahead and look at waxing moon. Okay, where are the moon cycles? Okay, there we are. Waxing moon. Okay. This is a rebuilding phase, a good time to set goals for the upcoming month, as well as being the ideal time to work on self-confidence. It represents building accomplishments, creativity, strength, growth, and learning. You're undergoing positive transformation. That's totally what you're going through. I love that for you. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then let me go ahead and read clear quartz because that is one of my favorite crystals. And I have my own here. I put this under Sivananda when I'm doing my mantra practice and all of my guru ashtams. So it's already been charged like, oh. All right. Let's see what it says about clear quartz. This is great. Okay, clear quartz is also known as rock crystal or quartz crystal. It's been held sacred by many cultures because of its hard-edged clarity. So that's maybe what this guide can give you. It is used for meditation, transformation, stability, knowledge, protection, healing, and enlightenment. Use it when you desire clarity on an issue or need an answer to be crystal clear. So it sounds like this guide is very crystal clear when it comes to getting messages to you. Hi, Tom. Hi, Early Ritual. My computer's down here if I miss anybody. So I'll be back down again to say hi. Okay. So the most renowned use for quartz has been a crystal ball. Quartz crystal possesses qualities stimulating clairvoyance and helps you fall asleep when you want to. I need that. It is the choice material for divination. It has the effect of enabling your mind to project itself and become one with everything, which is why it's useful for crystal gazing. To use it, clear your mind of all worries and anxiety. You do not need to know the future now, only that you will be able to handle whatever comes. Worry accomplishes nothing but distracts you and prevents you from living fully in the moment, the ultimate gift of the Great Spirit. Quartz crystals have always been used in many spiritual traditions. Some Native American tribes and the Aboriginals incorporated the crystals in ceremonies and religious rites to call upon healing and protection. So this is a guardian. There you go. Use it after a toxic incident where it is needed for purification, and keep a piece of clear quartz in your sacred place. So it sounds like the clear quartz is your connection to it can help you connect to this particular guide, and it's a very protective guardian guide. I love this. Use this stone for shielding harmful energies and for absorbing energies that you desire to release. That is a guardian. If this is what you wish to do, you must be clear. And the only way to purify the situation is to act immediately and completely remove the impurity and everything connected with it. Otherwise, it will only strengthen. Always remember to clean and clear all of your crystals after working with them. If you have goals but find it difficult to get from where you are or where you want to be, then clear quartz has the most focused energy and the most powerful crystal to program your goals. And the message is it's a receiver, an amplifier, a conductor, a generator of energy. It is a universal conduit. It amplifies focuses, stores, and clears energies. Its properties remind us that deep within each person is a clear crystal essence of spirit waiting to be revealed. That is a really strong guardian guide, Kaylee. I am excited for you in the direction that this guide is taking you. I could also read some of the things. It says northeast, prosperity, things like that. But yeah, so there's a lot that we can get out of this board. And that was just looking at clear quartz and the waxing moon. So if any of you guys have another question, I am happy to answer it. And yeah, so let's see. Michelle, I have a question for you to play. Okay. What kind of psychic am I? Use the board to find out. I'll give you the feedback. Sounds good, Nick Dark. I'm excited. Okay, let me say hi to some people first. Oh, you're welcome, Kaylee. And he is a protector. I love that for you. I didn't think it's just going to be, this is really fun. I'm really glad you guys are here doing this with me, because it would be, I got the 2, so this tells me that, I need some interaction. So this is good. Okay. Oh, Jen had one up above. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'm going to do Nick's first. Let's see. Okay, you're going to get some clear quartz. Yeah, it's one of the easiest stones to get, and they are awesome. Hi, Leah. Good to see you, sweetie. Oh, Nancy. Good to see you, Nancy. And, oh, Tom. Yep, I saw you come in, Tom. Good to see you. Hilda, you're doing great. Thank you so much for saying hi to everybody. Oh, and you have an interview. That's exciting. Maybe bring some clear quartz to the interview. That's just an idea, Kaylee. And let's see. Oh, and Shem's here. Good to see you, honey. And yep, Fogo. Oh, and Joyful Jen, I see your question. Is it time for me to buy a car coming soon? I'm going to go ahead and star that. And Jonathan, sweetie, if you can star some of the questions you see coming in, I would really appreciate that. He's in the other room helping me. I love my Tekananda. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and answer Nick Dark's question. I apologize if I missed a few of you coming in. I'm a little bit different format, so this is new. Okay, so I'm going to use rose quartz because a lot of our spiritual gifts emanate from our heart center, our anahata. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, Nick. What kind of psychic is Nick? I can do this by looking at your Vedic chart too, your divine Shaktis. So if you ever want a session, that's the Vedic way I do it. But I'm kind of curious to see how the board does it too. That's a great question, Nick. And I'll get to yours next, Joyful Jen, if you're still here. Okay, sweetie? Well, it definitely likes this area right here. Okay. I got in between 0 and 1. It's amethyst is the main thing, and beauty is the main word. And I got a little bit of weight between waning moon and new moon for you. Okay. So the thing that it really liked was the amethyst. So I'm going to go ahead and read that for you. Okay, Nick? I turned right to it. That's bibliomancy. So I use both bibliomancy, a pendulum, and a crystal to answer this question for you. This is cool. All right. The amethyst purple color, the color of pure spirit, it represents our Sahasrara, that's our crown. We actually have an energetic body that's about 12 inches above our head. That's why you see a lot of Vedic deities, Catholic saints, etc., with a big glow around their head, or they're wearing a crown. That represents the body, the spirit body. So let's see. It is seemingly magical things are connected to it, and it's rare in nature. Use it when you need approval from the universe or to be at peace and calm or needed. If this is so, try basic meditation. Take a few moments to breathe calmly and focus your attention on your breathing. Let all thoughts drift away like clouds. After a while, you may sense a small voice of your higher self. Sense a small voice. This could be clairvoyance, or this could be clairaudience if you're sensing a voice while you're sitting in meditation. But it tells me that you need to come from a very calm, centered place in order to, quote, hear or see words from your guides. Be aware of the natural fear of not being in control or not knowing exactly what to do next on your path. You've got to be open. Amethyst can help you trust in yourself and let go and let God or guide us. So when I see this, there might be a little anxiety around connecting it first. It's good to just sit and flow, calm your breathing, and not allow it to bring about any fear. Okay, Nick? Holding the amethyst may help ease the pain and sorrow of loss and defeat. So I have an amethyst right here. I literally keep it around me when I'm doing all of my readings. And it really does help with anxiety and stuff that I get in the chat, and from obviously people that are coming into us with problems. And if you take this amethyst and you blow it up about 30 times, that's the one that was in my lawyer's office. So I'm a big fan of these. They help. Okay. Easily recognizable for its beautiful color, this stone is known to promote personal serenity and feelings of peace. Amethyst derives its reputation for being a healing stone from ancient and medieval times, when it was used as an amulet against drunkenness. The amethyst is a power stone on many levels and holds the intention to heal the body as well as the spirit. The amethyst has long been used to open one's psychic centers. In folklore, this stone is believed to have soothing and relaxing effects. Sounds like you need to clear out the anxiety before getting into this. I had to do that too before I went into meditation and yoga. I had to work a lot with the anxiety piece. I had to change my diet. I had to do a number of things to my environment to get in that place of meditation where I could hear or see guides, because I can hear them through my subconscious, and I can see them like movies in my head if I'm coming from a very calm place. And I spend more than an hour every day in spiritual practice to make that happen. So I highly recommend that you do that to calm the mind so that you can see some of these gifts start to come out of you. Okay, Nick? Holistic healers sometimes use amethyst to ease toothaches or bruising. It acts as it helps calm an overactive mind. Okay. And brings a sense of tranquility to those who are frazzled by overwork. It is used as a dream stone and to help insomnia. For those who are psychically sensitive, it can improve the ability of second sight. Well, that's a gift. As an amulet, it can be worn as a protective talisman against jealousy, envy, and deception. That's an idea. Amethyst may attract you when seemingly magical things are about to happen. Well, you were just asking about your gifts. That's pretty magical, Nick. When a deep and soulful experience is present, let all thoughts drift away like clouds. If you would like more serenity in your life, then amethyst is the most recommended stone for stress relief. Amethyst is believed to be helpful in the treatment of insomnia by putting an amethyst under your pillow. If you're the troubled sleeper should experience better REM sleep, REM, with less chance of fitful slumber. So what I got from this is they're sending you messages in your dreams, so you need to get some more rest. You also may be either clairaudient or clairvoyant, because that's kind of what I got from the description there. But you have to come from a place of absolute calm and serenity and get rid of all of the extra chatter in your head before sitting down and channeling your guides. Okay, so that's the main energy I'm getting for the question you asked. I just made this necklace and the clasp came loose. There we go. Okay. So correct, clairvoyance, Clairaudience and channeling. Your board works 100%. Well, thank you. That's fantastic. Amy and Monte will be very pleased with that. All right. Oh, thank you. I made this recently. I used to have a jewelry store, Hilda, and I kind of stepped away from it because some stuff happened. And I made this the other day as kind of a way to heal. So I appreciate it. Actually, the pendant is hand casted. It's wax casted by a fabulous artist out of Berkeley. So I can bring the business card next time I'm on the show and share it with you guys. Okay, thank you for joining us, Beth. I really appreciate it. Ciao, ciao. Thank you, Joyful Jen. And I see that you're here, so I'm going to go ahead and do your question next. When my dog won't sit, I ask him to hold an amethyst. I say a word a few times and I hold it on his body. It calms down. Well, there you go. That's awesome. I love that. And then, ooh, amethyst is believed to help people who have drinking addictions. That's cool. I love that. Ooh, Shem said that goddess Aphrodite showed up for Nick. That's really neat. Goddess of love. Well, I felt the energy from my heart center. That's why I used the quartz, the rose quartz. Oh, that's awesome. Good to see you, Amanda. Sending you and baby Sushi, aka Aurora Rose. Lots of love, sweetie. We love checking out the baby vids. She's just adorable. Oh, and you're looking to move. Okay, for Shan. Gotcha. Yeah, it does come down to money. I get it. I totally get it, Heather. Like, we're kind of in our own stitch too. We talked a little bit about that. So my heart goes out to you, sweetheart. All right, I'm just looking for your question, Miss Beth. Let's see if Jonathan tagged it. We did. Aha. All right. So is it the right time to buy a car coming soon? Well, let's ask the spirit talking board. I'm actually really excited about this. Now, this is a more practical question, so I'm going to use my agate. Okay. Okay, this is for Joyful Jen. Is this time to buy a car coming soon? Okay. Let's try that again. I'm going to rest my elbow on the table to see if I can get a little bit more. Okay, it wants to go this way. That's very clear. Okay, I got full moon, and I got lapis, and I got fun. Okay, I got the number 6. Okay, I'm going to look up lapis because this is a crystal board, and that's what I was drawn to. And then I'll also read a little bit about the full moon. Lapis, right there. Mother Nature seems to have used the deep blue lapis to capture the sky in solid form. The glittering pyrite inclusions against the deep blue backdrop of this splendid stone create a striking likeness of the galaxy. I love that description. Monte is such a good writer. Lapis is an excellent stone to help with peaceful sleep and psychic dreaming. Well, there you go. You'll probably see it in your dreams, Joyful Jen. It can bring matters more clearly to the mind. The stone will allow for cosmic communication with other dimensions of reality. Sleeping with this gemstone can help you see the meaning in your dreams more clearly by allowing you to interpret and understand the messages or information that your subconscious is providing. Use lapis to help with success in business and other worldly pursuits. It is a good use for humanitarian quests and interests since it has far-reaching effects, just like the galaxy. Early cultures used lapis lazuli more highly than gold. They prized it. Wow. In Egypt, it was customary to bury lapis lazuli scarabs with the dead, since it was believed to offer protection. It is also believed to enhance higher love, powers of intelligence, and concentrated intention. So, sounds like a little lapis can help you get your focus. Lapis helps you focus on universal brotherhood, sisterhood, cooperation, and produces abundance. Some other properties of lapis are illumination, wisdom, mental insight, clarity of thought, and it helps with systems of information exchange, transportation, there you go, and communication are blocked. So lapis can help you block the transportation piece here, which would be a new car. Lapis can help you communicate your deeply felt beliefs and put them into practice in the outer world. It can help shy, introverted people express themselves. Expressing your true self can free energies to you that would otherwise waste by repressing. Lapis releases old, buried emotions, thereby helping to dispel depression. Lapis attracts you when success in business and worldly pursuits is near. Lapis can help you build the cooperation that produces wealth. You might be more successful with your ideas if you choose lapis for feeling confident about using your unique inventiveness. So it sounds like you're going to have to get a little inventive with your worldly pursuit, which is the car, in order to unblock the transportation thing here that I saw. So meditate with lapis when all you need is methods for moving people, services, and facts to be as direct as simple. What's the best thing for moving people? Cars. So there you go. Use it when you need a higher perspective on your situation. When blocked channels are cleared by lapis, expect energies to be a bit chaotic initially before they calm down. So it sounds like you need to do a little bit of inner work to attract the car. But once you do that, the block will be lifted and you'll be able to better transport yourself from one place to another. I'm going to look at full moon to see if there's a yes or a no there. Let's see. They do have yes or no on the board. I got fun, but I didn't get yes or no. I think what it's trying to say is you need to clear some energy to make it happen. Let me go to the comments here. Okay. I'm not seeing anything there. All right, so let me go to full moon. Okay, that's a little further in. Thought to be the most powerful lunar phase, many believe that this is the most charged spiritual phase. Emotions run high, and the sun and moon operate in different zodiac signs, but new opportunities and power surges are often available to those ready to accommodate them. It represents abundance, harvest, wish fulfillment, manifesting your desires, achieving dreams, and perfection. Yeah, I would say yes. That's a yes. And you're going to have fun with it because I got the fun card. But the only thing that Spirit is really saying is there's some clearing that needs to be done regarding the new car, and the clearing that needs to be done can be helped with the passage that I read about lapis lazuli. So if you found that helpful, let me know. But yeah, that was fun to do. I love that it says literally fun. That's fantastic. So okay, so we look at the comments. Thank you for being patient with me here. Oh, I've had many birds cross my path real close to the front of my vehicle. I always brake. I don't want to hit them. I feel like they want me to slow down. Is that so? That's a good question, Hilda. Usually that is God telling us to slow down. Oh, and you're welcome, Joyful. And that's a yes. Yay. This is a great unboxing. Thank you for joining me, guys. I'm so glad that and I have lapis and I'll put it under my pillow. Excellent. That way you can find out what kind of car you're gonna have the most fun with. That's great. Yeah, so all I got was there was a bit of a block there, but if you put your mind to it, you're good. And Angel, welcome. Good to see you, sweetie. Angel Minia. I love your name. Welcome, welcome. And have a wonderful dinner, Heather. Thank you for joining us, sweetheart. Okay, I saw that you guys have some more questions coming in. Good to see you, Lisa. Awesome to see you. My questions are my computer's down here. So if I miss you guys, I apologize. I love you all. It's a little different this time. So I'm going to go ahead and go to another question so we can see this is. Oh, and Shem wants to know what her gifts are. Okay. You got it, Miss Shem. No problem. All right, so let's go ahead and do one for Shem. Again, this is a heart-centered question, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, Miss Shem, and please let us know you're here, love. Strongest this direction. Ooh, obsidian. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. We got first quarter moon. We have 4. First quarter, L, obsidian, and affirm. Okay. So this is for Shem's gifts. And you're here. Oh, good to see you. Oh, thank you. I have 2 of them. I saw they were on sale and I just went. It has all the constellations on it. So including Ursa Minor, and it has, yeah, my nakshatra on there. So, okay, let's go ahead and read from Miss Shem. I'm going to read obsidian and first quarter moon for you. Obsidian. Obsidian is a stone of protection that prevents one from becoming emotionally drained by others. It can work as a shield against unwanted vibrations and can help protect you from physical or emotional harm. Looks like protective energy, Shem. That's good. Native Americans traditionally kept this stone on them to prevent them from negative energies or psychic attacks. Obsidian tends to give emotional stability in times of high stress, in part by preventing the draining of energy from the body. The energy to help with grounding is the strongest attribute available in the stone. Keeping obsidian with you helps prevent negative thought patterns and can be used for space clearing by removing the vibrations of unhelpful or distracting entities. Sounds like Defense Against the Dark Arts training, Shem. You're learning discernment, especially against darker entities and how to repel them. And maybe you can help others. That's huge. So obsidian is an excellent crystal gazing tool. Some practitioners have better luck peering into obsidian's black depths to reach their subconscious messages than into a traditional clear quartz crystal ball. So it sounds like obsidian would work better for you than clear quartz. That's interesting. The black glass-like obsidian is forged in the fires of volcanoes, Mother Earth's way of clearing away the old to wait for the new. It helps with transitions. So use it when you realize that the old must be completely released before the new can enter your life. That is shadow work. It may be useful when obsessions or negative thoughts and actions are blocking you. If this is happening to you, try to let every negative thought and action you encounter in yourself or in others remind you to think and act positively. So you're helping others get out of the muck of their own thoughts by healing yourself with those same things. As empaths, we all go through this. And so I love that it's directing your energy toward that. This gemstone may help you recover forgotten abilities within yourself. Well, there we go. It can help you become more aware of your true place in the universe by sharpening your inner vision. It can also help you become more aware of your imperfections and at the same time provide constructive solutions and insights. Well, we all need those. Obsidian may attract you when it is time to clear away the old to make way of the new. Do not resist this change. If you wish you could know what's preventing you from having what you want, then obsidian helps bring the hidden stuff to the surface. Be sure you want to know when it does. So do not give in to the desire to think or act negatively, even if others do. This is difficult, but a very powerful teaching. Our negativity comes back to us in unpleasant ways. Obsidian may help you cope with negativity and keep centered during unstable times. Do not resist change. So it sounds like you have a gift of working through negativity, negative thought patterns. One of the things that we do when we channel with our guides and we're thinking, when we open up our subconscious and we're calm, is if you haven't been to an Akashic Records healer, I would suggest that, because there are sometimes narratives in there that get in the way of our guides. Okay, it could be a trauma from a narcissistic parent or spouse or sibling or a friend. It could be a negative experience that we encountered. But if you go to a really good Akashic Records reader, I went to Val, and she was able to help me with some family stuff that was there and clear those negative thought patterns out. But it sounds like that is what you could help others with, but you first must clear your own energy as well in order to get those clear messages to people and work with getting rid of the old stuff so they can make room for those new guides to come in. So that's pretty amazing. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and look at the first quarter moon for you, Shem. Okay. First quarter moon. Thought to be a stage of obstacles. This is the pause in the lunar cycle. It is not the time to hesitate, but a time to remove any obstacles, get rid of the old, and make way for the new. So this is definitely, yeah, okay. It represents challenges, planning, decisions, and reflection. So you are doing some shadow work, and you can help others do it as well once you're able to work through some of those things. So I think that's fantastic, Shem. That's a beautiful gift to have. A lot of people struggle with this, including me. I've got to do work with it all the time. So not everybody understands what we do and how we operate. So I love that you can do some clearing there. That's fantastic. I hope that resonated. And oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Shem. Oh, Imelda, it's okay. Yeah, I was actually a little late too because the last couple of days StreamYard has just been giving us all of these error messages and warning messages and stuff. And thank you, Lightfoot. Yeah, I just got this. This is the Crystal Spirit Talking Board. All of the links are in the description, guys. And we took a few questions from the audience. We used pendulums. There's this fabulous little placard here that you can move around. I started with it, but I'm not totally, I don't have it down yet. So I used pendulums that I knew I did have down, thanks to Nick's suggestion. Thank you, Nick. And, but I will be working with the placard to try to find what works best for me. But I got that maybe working with Jonathan or another person initially would be helpful. And they have a lot of troubleshooting at the back of the book too that I'm going to read into. But for the most part, the readings have been accurate. People have liked it. I incorporated my own stone collection into it, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to see if you guys have any other questions. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Let's see. Oh, and thank you, Hilda. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. Yes, I always appreciate your support of the channel. That's wonderful. Letting everybody, oh, what are your gifts? You got it, Lightfoot. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do your question real quick. And again, you can always get a reading from me on your divine Shaktis. I might even do a class on it because that seems to be something that a lot of people are really interested in learning. And I know a lot about that in Vedic philosophy, finding our spiritual gifts, our Shaktis. And I can identify the ancestral gifts. I can identify the gifts you brought into this carnation. I can identify which gifts you have per planet. I love Joy Tish. Oh, it's so amazing. But this is pretty cool too, as you guys are finding out. So this is for Lightfoot. I'm using rose quartz again because it's a very heart-centered question. Okay, it's going that way. The rose quartz picked rose quartz. Okay. And it's between the waning gibbous and the full moon. I feel like it's more waning gibbous than full. And it's between S and T. And it literally says dream. I think dream and rose quartz are the two clearest on the board that show up with this alignment. So I'm going to go ahead, and dreams tell me that you might have some, you might be getting messages there. Okay, Lightfoot. So I'm going to read rose quartz for you regarding your gift. That's a really beautiful stone, by the way. It's one of my favorites. It's very heart-centered, very anahata energy. So rose quartz is the stone that can help heal the heart since it works on an emotional level. There we go. So you're helping heal people's hearts. That's beautiful. It can help you become more aware of the love that is all around you, and it can assist you with getting in touch with your emotions. Rose quartz teaches us to love ourselves more, thus opening up to greater universal love. It's beautiful. When we don't love ourselves fully, we are wounded inside, and that wound will always cry out to be healed. Rose quartz heals emotional wounds by giving compassion and comfort. It can help us overcome grief. Right? If you're dealing with any grief, my heart goes out to you, honey. This tells me that you have a very beautiful, sensitive spirit too. Rose quartz properties include inner peace, tranquility, and all matters dealing with giving and receiving affection. Unlike the hard-edged pointed crystals of clear quartz, the lovely rose quartz is found in great veins running through Mother Earth like her life's blood. Use it when compassion and generosity are needed to be shown, or when healing and forgiveness are needed. Oh, I love heart-centered gifts, Lightfoot. I love that you have this. This is beautiful because so many people are struggling with this right now, and they need all the love they can get. Rose quartz may help those, those who have suffered through trauma and the pain of unhappy childhood. So you can help people through some of those things. That's beautiful. If this is true for you, start by forgiving yourself and others. Be gentle with yourself and others. We have all suffered wounds. From forgiveness can come a path of true healing. So you can help people with triggers, childhood wounds, heart-centered grief, things like that. You can also sleep with a rose quartz beneath your pillow. The pain of a difficult past problem may come up in that dream. Well, I got the dream right here. It says dream, okay? But you can better handle this if you affirm before you go to sleep that you are ready to release the pain. I actually work with a dream therapist. Her name is Mimi Pettibone. She has a podcast called The Dream Detective. And what she does is she sits down with clients, she does readings for them. She finds out what's causing their nightmares, and then you can use various stones, crystals, breathing techniques, modalities to work through the trigger so that you stop having the nightmare. She also does dream analysis. So it sounds like that might be an avenue you might want to look into. Let's see. If you are intolerant of others, then rose quartz addresses the intolerance we feel toward people who mirror what we view as our own faults. In Vedic philosophy, we believe that others are a mirror for us and they teach us something. And if we find them to be more repellent, then we are learning something about the way we work and operate as light workers, and whether or not we need to set a boundary or provide a gentle lesson. Okay. Rose quartz's message: self-fulfillment and inner peace require you to love and nurture yourself and those you care about. Work on how to give love as well as how to receive it. And remember to forgive as you go through this process. So it sounds like you've got a little dream detective work to do, and that will help you not only help, but what I tell people is when you find a way to heal yourself, you can heal another person. And that's how you find your gift. So think about the ways that you've healed your heart and you're continuing to heal your heart, and pay attention to your dream cycles. And I feel like that is the best direction based on what the board said. And please let me know in the comments if that was accurate or not. So thank you so much, Lightfoot. Okay, go down here, look at your comments. Oh, thank you, Lightfoot. I appreciate that. That's great. Okay, so thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Oh, thank you, Nick. That's awesome. Yeah, I literally just opened. I literally just opened this. So I'm excited to see that it worked for you all and you were able to get something out of it. Um, please let me know in the comments if you would like me to use this at another occasion, or what you thought of it. If you liked it, I have all of the links in the description, as well as more information about it. But yeah, thank you so much all. Thank you all so much for being here. I've had so much fun getting to know this board with you and playing, and this wouldn't have been fun without having you guys here. So I would have just been like, how do I do this? And so I'm really glad that you guys gave me some really good tips, and were able to help me direct this, because I did get the between a 1 and a 2. So that told me that it was important to involve more people in this unboxing. So thank you so much. And let's see here. Oh, you're so welcome, Christine. Thank you so much for joining us. And then, oh, you have a huge rose quartz heart. Well, it was that. Okay, so crystals can actually speak to us, Lightfoot. So I was called to use a rose quartz pendulum, and it drove me to my rose quartz pyramid, which is all about your dream world and rose quartz. So that stone chose you, and you chose that stone. And that stone's been around for a long, long, long time. So I'm glad that you have each other's energy in and around your environment. That is beautiful. Okay. And then you probably may not need any moderators. Oh yeah, yeah, I can totally make you a moderator, Hilda. I'll do that after the show. Thank you for volunteering. That's very sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. And yes, I'll have the entire show ready at the end. And thank you, Nancy. Love you. You're an amazing soul. We really appreciate you. And yeah, so let's see. All right, I'm just making sure I got to all of you. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so Jonathan will remind me to make you a mod. Thank you for volunteering, Hilda. I really appreciate that. That does help because we got a lot of trolls on the show yesterday. So yeah, okay. Okay, so let me go to here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm sending you all tons of love in the audience. And again, this is the Crystal Spirit Talking Board by Amy Zerner and Monte Farber. All of the links are in the description. And yeah, happy channeling, happy using your crystals. And I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please leave a comment at the end of the video, as that helps with the algorithm. And if you aren't already subscribed, please do. And I'm sending you all tons of love, and please do take care. All right, take care, guys.